He was not poor, yet he lost everything. He was not unlucky, yet his life collapsed. And the reason was not the world. It was his own mind. Let me tell you about a man named Ryan. Ryan was not a bad person. He was kind. He was quiet. He was normal. He had dreams like everyone else. A good job, a peaceful life, a home full of laughter. But Ryan had one problem. A problem no one could see from outside. He could not control his mind. Every morning, Ryan would wake up tired, not because his body was weak, but because his thoughts were heavy. The moment his eyes opened, his mind started talking. You will fail today. You are not good enough. Others are smarter than you. Why even try? And Ryan believed every word. He grabbed his phone and scrolled. One video, then another. Minutes turned into hours, and his life quietly passed by. He would say, "I'll start tomorrow. I'm just tired today. I need motivation first." But tomorrow never came, and motivation never stayed. At work, Ryan was slow, not because he was lazy, but because his mind was always busy fighting itself. He worried too much, he thought too much, he feared too much, and everything else suffered. His boss noticed, his friends noticed. But Ryan only noticed his pain. Days passed like this, then weeks, then years, and Ryan stayed the same. Still tired, still confused, still waiting for a miracle that never came. One evening, Ryan sat alone in his small room. The lights were off. The air was quiet. Too quiet. That kind of quiet that makes your mind loud. His phone vibrated. A message from an old college friend. Ryan opened social media, and his heart sank. That friend was smiling. A big house, a new car, a family, a life. Ryan whispered, "We started together. So how did you get there?" "And how did I end up here?" His chest felt tight, not with jealousy, but with regret. He looked around his room. Empty walls, unpaid bills, cold silence. Then he stood up, walked to the mirror, and looked at himself. What he saw hurt more than any enemy ever could. Not a man ready for life, but a man tired of life. His eyes looked empty. His face looked older. And his soul completely lost. He placed his hand on the mirror and said softly, "Where did I go wrong?" Then, suddenly, the anger came. He punched the wall. Tears dropped, and for the first time in years, he spoke the truth. "I'm not broken because of the world. I'm broken because of my mind." That night, Ryan did something different. Not big, not magical, but honest. He said, "I don't need motivation anymore. I need discipline." And then he made a promise. Not for next year, not for next month, for tomorrow. He whispered, "Tomorrow, I show up, even if my mind says no." The next morning, the alarm rang, and his body screamed, "Sleep!" His mind whispered, "Skip today." But something inside him, a quiet voice, said, "Stand up." And Ryan did, slowly, shaking, tired, but standing. He did not feel strong. He did not feel happy. He did not feel ready. But he moved anyway. He went outside, not for an hour, just for 10 minutes. The air was cold. The road was empty. And for the first time in a long time, Ryan felt something different. Not joy, not success, control. Later that day, he sat with a book, just 5 pages. His mind complained, his body resisted, but he stayed. At work, he spoke less, he focused more, he tried harder. No magic, no miracle, just effort. That night, his mind attacked again. You will fail. This won't last. You will quit like always. Ryan closed his eyes and replied, not out loud, but from his heart. Maybe, but not today. The second day was harder. The third day, painful. The fourth day, he almost quit. He sat on his bed, head in his hands, and thought, is this even worth it? And then he remembered something he once read. Your mind can be a prison, or it can be your wings. And Ryan asked himself, which one is mine? Every day was a battle. Some days he won, some days he failed. But one thing changed. He no longer quit forever. When he failed, he started again. When he felt lazy, he moved anyway. And slowly, very slowly, his life started to move too. 6 months later, something surprising happened. No lottery, no fame, no sudden success. Something better. Self-respect. Ryan woke up early, worked out, read books, showed up to work on time. Nobody clapped, nobody noticed. But inside him, a fire was growing. One evening, his phone rang. It was his boss. Ryan expected the same words, a warning, but instead, he heard, Ryan, you're different now. Clear, smooth, you're focused, you're reliable. Then came the words Ryan never imagined hearing. We want to promote you. Ryan sat quietly, smiling, not because of money, but because of one thought. This was not luck. This was discipline. 1 year later, you wouldn't recognize Ryan, not because of money, not because of clothes, but because of his eyes. They were alive. He walked differently, spoke differently, lived differently. And one evening, he received a message from a friend. How did you change your life? Ryan replied with 2 words. I showed up. Not when he felt motivated, but when he felt empty. Let me tell you something you need to hear today. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings change. They come and go. But discipline is a decision, and decisions change lives. Your mind can make you a king or keep you a prisoner. The choice is yours. Some days you will feel tired. Work anyway. Some days you will feel hopeless. Move anyway. Some days you will feel nothing. Show up anyway, because your future depends on it. If you are watching this feeling lost, feeling behind, feeling tired of being tired, this is your moment. Not to wait for motivation, but to move. Do one small thing today, just one, and tomorrow do another, because broken minds can rebuild strong lives, and weak mornings can create powerful futures. He couldn't control his mind, then his life fell apart, until one day he fought back and won. Before you go, promise me one thing. You will not give up on yourself. And if you want stories that keep you strong when life feels heavy, subscribe. We're building something powerful here.